should I say, I spent 9 days in the hospital.
Oh, boy.
Are we on?
3 down in Boston, until they finally found out what was wrong with me.
Wow.
So,
You're on, Mike.
Okay, move to open the meeting at 7 o'clock. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we're here for the November 12th, 2025 meeting of the Groveland Conservation Commission. And all members are present except for Tom Schaefer and Stephanie Bartel. Let's see. So we've got quite an agenda here, but most of it's business-related items. So we'll jump right in with our first, the only tonight public meeting item. This is a request from Town of Groveland.
Mike, your mic's off.
Oh, sorry about that, yes. So this is a request from the Town of Groveland for a seasonal restriction waiver related to the Salem Street Dam. So I'll just read the summary here. So on behalf of the Town of Groveland, Town Administrator Rebecca Oldham is requesting a waiver from the seasonal restriction under Section 30-2.1D2 of the Town of Groveland Wetlands Protection Bylaw and Regulations due to project scheduling constraints and current site conditions. The town seeks permission to extend the allowable work window through December 10th, 2025.
Move to approve a waiver for the seasonal restriction for project file number 030-0495.
Second.
Okay, can you take a friendly amendment also to waive the fee due to municipal?
I will accept that friendly amendment.
Okay. Any questions on this one? Everybody understands what this is about, right?
Yep.
I guess they have minor work putting the guards up on the roadway and a few other plantings and stuff in the buffer zone that DEP didn't allow it to be done originally. So that's what they're gonna do. All in favor
Do
of
we
the
want to
motion?
have, is there any comment from
Oh,
the
any
outside
comments
world?
from anybody? No.
Hearing none.
Hearing none, we'll take a vote. All in favor of the motion to agree to the seasonal waiver for the Salem Street Dam project, say aye.
And waiver of the fees.
Yes, waiver of the fees also.
Aye.
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 Unanimous.
Well, that was hard.
Yeah, I know. All right. So, next on the agenda is VZ Park, and got 3 things to talk about. First one is related to our director and a potential Community Preservation Act project that she'd like to put forward related to the park. So turn it over to Vanessa.
Vanessa Lopez, the director at Memorial.
Is the mic on? It should be green.
Oh, there it is. It's green. Vanessa Lopez at VC Memorial Park. I'm here to talk a little bit about a potential grant that we're going to apply for with the Friends. And I put something together, so. This one has updated numbers.
Okay, great.
So hopefully we'll get closer to actual numbers. All right, I won't go through everything, but basically, we have an opportunity to do some electrical outside, hoping to get some electrical outlets so people can plug in sound, as well as lighting, so people can be out there after dark. The thinking is that we could do concerts out there, like Music in the Park, that was done many years ago. That could be supported, as well as the support of the functions as well that are the contributing income. We also, so I came before the CPC committee a couple weeks ago and had a bit of a smaller project, but we had thought of it in like a phased approach, but they encouraged us to go with something that had like a start and end. So lighting is a big concern of ours with safety being, especially at nighttime. There are some areas in the park that are quite dark that people do walk around in after hours due to functions or workshops that are happening. So that's kind of the main portion of it. I'll also working with the CPC to kind of define that scope, as well as Rebecca. I'll hopefully be in touch with you soon to kind of go over what might make sense in terms of, public offerings. And we are also researching some different approaches that would be a little bit more environmentally friendly, that have switches so things can be turned off when they're not needed. And these are some estimates, number-wise. The budget will really dictate what we can and can't do. So I'm aiming a little bit higher, but we should have some better numbers when we get a couple more contractors out there to give us some concrete, what things really cost now.
So these are your estimates, they're not,
Right. I had somebody come out and do some estimates before, which is kind of what I based my numbers off the last time I came up, but that was maybe 4 years ago. So, kind of in conversation, it just really had to increase stuff. But I do have a couple of electricians in particular, but there's another contractor that's willing to take a look and see what they can do.
and are these estimates based on 4 years ago or based on 4 years ago plus 25 to 50%?
They're ranges depending on, because there are some different outcomes that can happen based on budget, So when you're dealing with 100 feet of electrical wiring, it's going to be different than when you're dealing with something under that. So if budget says, we don't have the ability to really expand like that, then we'll make it smaller. But the hope is that we could really get it all in there and have a big space that will benefit everybody.
So I don't know if you answered my question, which was, are these estimates based on, are they from the ones that you got 4 years ago, or have they been extrapolated to represent what might be going on now?
They're not hard numbers, no.
I understand that, but are they based on,
Yes, they are, but like I said, the quote is way old, so it's not, it's kind of doubling what
these are
everything.
based on 2021 numbers?
It's doubling what was 2021, yes.
Is doubling?
Yes,
Oh, okay. That's, thank you.
yeah. So no, I wouldn't say these are hard numbers, but they are based on kind of the scope of work that we had laid out with the guys that I had talked to in the past. So I'm friendly with them. This was just more of a conversation of, prices have gone way up.
So I wanted to just give a little background on what this is about. So the CPC, the Community Preservation Committee, requests, in order to put a grant request in, you have to have permission from the owner or the controller of the properties. And since we have care, custody, and control of VZ Park, we have to vote to approve putting this grant in. It doesn't mean anything except that we approve of it. And if you notice, this grant is not being put in by us, it's being put in by the Friends of VZ Park. The only difference is that if you notice down on the bottom of the first page, the Friends of VZ Park are willing to put some money in to match some of the CPA funds, so that's good.
And this would come to vote in May of 2026?
Well, the first thing is that
If-
right now, the Community Preservation Committee is in the process of looking at these grants preliminary. They're due December 1st, so Vanessa's already talked to the committee, and she'll be coming before the committee again with this information, and somewhere around January, we'll be voting on it, and then it will go on to town meeting.
When you say will, you mean CPA?
Yes,
Okay. Because you're also here.
yes.
And I did want to highlight that fact that the Friends are, could be contributing in either a fundraising way or with, different funds in that way. They are quite committed to the success of VC Park, so they are looking to help us kind of zhuzh it up, but also really keep that community side. They're taking a larger role in some of the community events and fundraising, and so they do have the ability to help out in some ways, and already have. They are providing funding for painting as well as some other projects, depending on what the budget allows.
So we
Always
need to
come-
vote on whether we approve Friends of VZ Park making a request to the CPA.
Yep,
Can I make a motion
yep,
as
you
such?
certainly can.
I just did.
Second.
All right, moved and seconded to approve Friends of VZ writing a CPA grant for VZ Park. Any questions on that? Any other comments? All right, hearing none, then we'll take a vote. All in favor of the motion,
Aye.
say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? It's unanimous.
Awesome, thank you, you guys. I'll tell them we've got the green light and get those grants written.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thanks, Vanessa.
You're not going to stick around?
I wish I could.
She's also on the Leicester Conservation Commission.
Oh, yeah.
Inspired by working for us, she volunteered in her hometown to be on their conservation.
Leicester?
Commission. Yep. Out there by
How
Leominster.
far away is that?
It's near Worcester.
Yeah, so you got an hour ahead of you, huh?
Yep.
All right, well, get going.
All right, I'm out of here. Keep those bylaws upheld.
Were there other VZ issues?
Yes, there are. There's a couple other things.
Okay.
So I believe a couple of meetings ago, we voted to remove the fire pit at VZ Park due to safety concerns.
That's the one that's down by
Yes.
Johnson's Pond?
Yes, and it's been completely removed. Everything's gone. The fire pit, the signs, the grill, the picnic table have all been removed. So you wouldn't even know it was ever there. So I'm happy about that, and that was accomplished by the folks from the Lawrence
Trashed.
Correctional Facility there, that we get volunteers come and work with us. So that was great.
Mike, when was that? I totally missed that. I'm trying to think what,
When did we do that?
A
yeah.
couple months ago.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I think it was, I think in September.
Oh,
We had talked about it a couple of times, but I think we actually took a vote in
It's
September.
legit.
no, I'm sure. I'm trying to think. I must have missed that. Well, maybe I was traveling.
The last item is, okay. In your packet is an agreement with the town for our insurance. What did I do with it? Here it is. Okay. This is a letter from the town administrator regarding the VZ Park insurance cost sharing agreement. And so Every year, right around this time it's like October 1st, our insurance, which is the property and casualty insurance bill, comes in. This year, we switched to a different agent, but it's still the same company. And the annual cost is $24,486. And fortunately, the town is willing to cover 50% of that, and will be paying the other remaining 50% from the revolving fund. So that comes to a monthly payment that we'll need to make over the next year of $1,020.25. And we just need to take a vote to agree with this arrangement. I can sign it and submit it, and they can start taking the money out. So if somebody wants to make that motion,
Move to authorize monthly payments of $1,020.25 to the town of Groveland to pay for the 50% of the insurance payments for VZ Park
Second.
for fiscal 2026.
yeah, second. Any questions on this?
Yeah, so what is this insurance,
What is it?
yeah, what's it actually cover?
It covers all the property and the casualty, somebody sues the town, somebody gets hurt there, whatever, it's liability insurance. The town, unfortunately, VZ Park can't get covered in the regular town coverage that insures everything else for some crazy reason. And so we've had to pursue our own insurance for the past 10 years. I think this is maybe either the 9th or 10 years that we've had to do this. Originally started out to be about 15 grand. Now you see it's up to 24,486. It's a killer. Any other questions, comments on the motion? All right, hearing none, then we'll take a vote. All in favor of the motion to authorize the insurance costs for VZ Park, say aye.
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 Aye, unanimous. All right, sign that. All right, so that's VZ Park. What do you think, Brad? Can we do that now?
I think I see knock on.
All right. We're gonna move up something here on the back side, or the other side, under open discussion. Talks about the Mass Wildlife Conservation restriction for 833 Salem Street. So we're gonna move that up to get that done. Should be fairly quick.
What is 833?
833 Groveland Self-Storage.
Oh,
So Brad Legals, 833 Salem Street, reside at 16 Evergreen Lane in Groveland. My endangered species expert is on Zoom. Mark Cooperman, I'll let him speak. He's pretty much an expert in this, so I'm going to bring it off to Mark.
Thank you, Brad. Mr. Chairman, are you ready for us?
Yes.
Good evening. Yes, Mark Cooperman with EcoTerra Design and Consulting, and just want to give the commission a quick recap and summary. A while back, when we had established the conditional no-take with Natural Heritage and Endangered Species, we had committed to a 1.7 acre parcel of open space in a CR. It's currently held in a deed restriction, otherwise referred to as the DR, which is the placeholder we all use for mass wildlife and natural heritage during these priority habitat cases. Now that the project is finished, completed, we're looking to wrap everything up, and more importantly, convert everything into the proper conservation restriction, the CR. We recently engaged the state, the secretary's office as required, and have finally gotten through the process, as you saw in the email today that I sent Mike, that refers to us being ready for signatures. So in our quest to complete this, I believe we will hopefully obtain signatures from this commission this evening, and then in a couple of weeks from the select board, at which time we will then resubmit everything back to the state's executive office as required and get the final signed off copy from them, enabling us to go to the registry and record both the plan and the document, which will then supersede the existing deed restriction currently recorded at the registry.
So can you tell us what we're on the hook for
Any questions
now?
thus far?
What we are on the hook for?
Really nothing. I think we established this way back when. It's the 1.7 acre parcel, no management required. We've taken care of any required pins or bounds. Our surveyor has done that. It's a fairly innocuous conservation parcel. It was part of mitigation for the Blandings turtle habitat. It's not really contiguous habitat with much, but nonetheless, at the time, it fulfilled the requirements for the conditional no take. And the 1.7 acres is essentially adjacent to the existing storage unit facility. No real reason for recreational activities, things like that. It's fairly straightforward habitat protection.
But we need to monitor it though every few years, just to go out and look at it, make sure that everything's in order, right?
Yeah, I think the standard, I'd have to go back and read through the entire version, but I think the standard language applies. This one is very, one boundary, or a good portion of the boundary is essentially the fence at the storage facility. The other boundary is, Brad, what's the name of the cart path that goes down to your shop?
Nelson Street.
Nelson Street, yeah, so then it goes down towards Nelson Street. So it's very, very, very straightforward. And as I said, no real habitat management or intended or required in this case, other than monitoring the CR itself.
Anyone else have any other questions or comments?
Okay.
No?
Nope, I'm good.
So, normally,
Does anyone need me to pull out?
normally, we have organizations who hold conservation restrictions for us on our properties. I believe that this is only the second one. We have another one that's very small, where we actually are the holders of the CR for somebody else. So it's different than what we usually do. But I think, as Mark said, it's pretty
That's right.
straightforward.
No, understood. That's right, and the reason, in this case, that we don't have is because of the size. None of the other organizations are willing to add it to their portfolio.
I think it does almost adjoin our Meadow Pond property out there, only divided by the cell tower that's out there.
Right.
Right.
So it's fairly close.
That's right. Yes,
All right, so,
correct, and it's sort of the
let's take a motion to approve holding the CR for 833 Salem Street.
Second?
Oh, okay.
Sounds like you just made a motion.
Yes, well, all right. Any questions on that motion? All right. Hearing none, then we'll take a vote. All in favor of the motion to hold a CR for 833 Salem Street, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Unanimous. So the question I have is, can we sign this tonight and have somebody else notarize it without us being in front of them?
I think Rebecca is a notary, I'm not gonna speak for
Good.
her, but if she's on the Zoom, I don't know if she can
Is she on Zoom?
Yep, she is.
Ah,
witness the signatures and at the same time the select board does it. Again, I'm not privy to notaries. At the same time the select board signs off, maybe we can get a stamp then.
well, you know what we'll do? We'll all sign this, and then I'll talk to Rebecca about it tomorrow. If we have to redo it, we can redo it, but otherwise, at least we'll get the signatures. So I'll pass this
Right.
around to everybody.
All right, thanks, members of the
I think
board.
that's a good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That'd be great, thank you.
Figure we're doing it on camera, so
Yes, right, she can
see that we've all.
see who's here. All right, going back to the regular agenda. All righty. Pass that down. Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so next on the agenda is the Meadow Pond Wildlife Conservation Easement and Town Forest. So these are about some updates on the trails enhancements project that's been going on. Okay. So, let's see. So the first one is that and I think I gave everybody a picture of it somewhere in the packet. Did we include that in the packet, John? Yes. So down at the back in one of the last pages in the packet is a picture of the two bridges, Bridge number 1 and Bridge number 2 in Meadow Pond. And thanks to the hard work of Jim Lafferty of Uptack Road and our own Bill and Terry helping out, we completed the work on those two bridges. The first bridge, Bridge number 1, we replaced the rotting oak planks with some from the old Bridge number 2. And Bridge number 2 had to be completely removed and a new pressure-treated lumber bridge was built. So that's all done. So I want to say thank you to Jim Lafferty, and thank you also, Bill and Terry, because we approved it last month, and we got it all done very quickly, so that's fantastic.
Has the old telephone pole portion been removed, or is that still?
No, I don't think we can remove that stuff.
Okay.
It's not anywhere near the wetlands, though. It was all placed where that other telephone pole is, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Okay, let's see what else. Some other work that's being done is in Town Forest. So, we have a CPA project that was put in for a new trail, the Crosstown Trail, that goes from Main Street all the way up through an easement into Town Forest, and then through some other property over to Center Street in connecting to Crane Pond Wildlife Reservation. So this was awarded money in 2021, which is 4 years ago, but actually, I think it was even before that. But due to COVID and a few other things, we just couldn't get to it. So I'm working to kind of get this done and closed out. Right now, I did have an estimate on actually building the trail. It's all within budget, but we may have to pursue a grant for some additional money from some private organizations, because we need to get an easement out through to Center Street, and that may require a wetland crossing to be able to do that. So I've been working on that. I'll provide some more information about that in our next meeting. And let's see, finally, can't even read my own notes here. All right. Oh, and there's another thing in the packet here. We found someone who's actually made these cool signs. This one's of Break Hill here, it's in the packet. So this comes from West Newbury. They've kindly put our trails in Town Forest on this map. They've done this before. This is the latest update. It's a fantastic thing. There's 4 of them in our property. There's several of them in West Newbury side. And since the trails kind of connect, that's why they've done that for us. And so we are going to be making more of these signs for Meadow Pond, Center Street Greenway, and VZ Park under the Trails Enhancement Project. So just wanted to tell you about that. I finally found the person who makes these, so it's great, because of the email that he sent out to John.
How do you spell break? Because it looks like they have 2 different spellings here.
Where?
They got break, like B-R-E-A-K.
Oh, yeah, that's a mistake.
Is it?
Yeah,
Well,
interesting.
that was from the 1950s, so.
There's been a,
It's been,
there's been a vowel shift since then.
yeah, it's been superseded.
All right. I don't know where that came from, but we'll worry about it. All right, so that's what's going on in Town Forest and Meadow Pond. The next item is some correspondence. In your packet, you will see the 2025 Annual Wetland Restoration Monitoring Report for 104 King Street, and that was related to a DEP order that went into effect to do a bunch of restoration there of some work that was done without permits. And so you can read through that. We'll still be, we're copied on, basically, we're copied on those reports from DEP. And in my viewing, it looks like they've made a lot of progress over there. I think in the spring, it'd be useful to go over there and do a site visit just to see how good the restoration came out.
Sounds good.
Any questions on that one? Yeah, so we'll do a site visit in the spring, April, May. All right. Next thing, under open discussion, number one is hunting activities within Meadow Pond Wildlife Conservation Easement. So, just for some background information, when we added 3 parcels that weren't covered under the original conservation restriction that Mass Wildlife held on when we purchased Meadow Pond in the year 2001. So we added 3 parcels, 1, 2, 3, yes. 2 of them were CPA purchases, which require a CR on them. And the third one was the original 10 acres of Meadow Pond, which again wasn't covered under any CR. So now the whole of Meadow Pond is under one conservation restriction protection by Mass Wildlife. But Mass Wildlife requires, when they have a conservation restriction, that hunting must be allowed on the property. So hunting is allowed in Meadow Pond, except, of course, within 500 feet of any residences. And so, part of the problem is, there's a couple of areas where the, it doesn't kind of make sense. I think there's a map in here.
Doesn't make sense for hunting, or doesn't make sense for
Doesn't-
no hunting?
Well, it doesn't make sense for hunting.
Okay.
Is that map in here?
Yeah, it's right next to the tree stand. You're talking this one here with the,
Yes, that's it. So if you notice that map, yeah, good, thank you. You see, I kind of marked out the 500-foot restriction there. And there's a very small area in the center that you would be allowed to hunt. And it's probably, I would say, an area of probably barely a half an acre. So what I would like to do is petition Mass Wildlife to exclude that area as for hunting, because we've had a couple of complaints. Actually, the complaints have been ongoing from a couple of the neighbors on Stevenson's Way, and also a neighbor that lives on Salem Street whose property backs up against that. And so we had to remove a tree stand that was placed there, which barely seemed to be 500 feet away or a little bit further. So it's an area where people are hunting, but, you know, I think we got a good case to argue that at least that area should not be, have hunting allowed.
I don't recall any no hunting signs. Are there? Is it posted?
There are only further down near the near Stevenson's Way, but there's nothing
Okay,
up
so it's
there.
really unclear, or not, I wouldn't say unclear. It's really not obvious that there should be no hunting.
Yes.
Okay.
Except that hunters are supposed to know about the 500-foot, it's on them to know about the 500-foot restriction,
Yeah.
you know. But like I say, it's been kind of an ongoing problem.
Well, it makes
since-
sense if it's such a tiny area.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to
And
me
the state-
personally,
the
but,
state owns quite a bit of Groveland already, right? And
Yes,
Large parcels with.
yes.
with-
And we're not talking, all the rest, that little area, like I say, it's probably a half an acre out of the approximately 60 acres of Meadow Pond. So, is it really gonna make any difference? I don't know. So I'd like to take a vote then to enable me to put a letter together to request Fish and Game to exclude the half-acre area in Meadow Pond from hunting.
Move to authorize Mike Dempsey to petition Fish and Wildlife?
Yeah,
Fish and Wildlife to exclude the portion of the Meadow Pond area that is legal to hunt to be
excluded.
along with the rest of the already excluded area.
Yeah.
Second.
Any questions on that motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
And we should probably, once that happens, we probably ought to amp up the no hunting.
Signage, yeah.
Yeah, just as a courtesy.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If people are used to hunting there, they should know.
Yes.
They shouldn't be ambushed.
Okay, next, under other items not reasonably anticipated, I believe that we've got a request for a certificate of compliance for Whitestone Village, with the work completed. Right, John?
Have we inspected that? Well, then let's not issue an order of, certificate of compliance just yet.
You have some items for us to sign?
There's this guy here.
Oh, okay. This is for,
That's for the power company.
oh, yeah, okay. But you haven't put together the COC for, No. Okay, so you can visit it and then put that together, put it out for signatures.
How are our seasonal restrictions going?
Oh, John's gonna give us an update
Oh,
on
is that
all of
part
that.
of-
He has a chance to report out, right?
Yes. All right, we'll turn it over to you for our conservation agent update, John.
I don't think. So I have two updates for you guys. The first, well, three. You wanted the seasonal restriction waiver update. The only two that I've received so far would be the towns regarding Salem Street Bridge and this one from today, the Whitestone. That's been the only one since this month. Haven't received anything else from anyone else. I can send you an updated list of the Excel spreadsheet if you want that.
Have you taken a look to see if anybody's still doing stuff? Have you wandered around town?
I haven't seen anything. That
You haven't
does.
looked for it either.
I haven't gone down every street. No.
No, but you have
Recording in progress.
been around looking at a few things. I noted a couple to tell you to go look at, right?
Yes. Yes. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what those are though. But
But you didn't come back with any
no,
activities noted, say, wait a second, they're supposed to be
not yet. at
bundled
least.
up for the winter. Okay.
Project that's being done next to the Groveland gas station,
Across the
Or-
street.
Yes, right next door to the.
Oh, yep,
To the gas station where the pizza shop is.
yeah.
Is that gonna require?
They are waiting to do work within Concom jurisdiction until spring,
Okay.
so
Awesome.
they confirmed that. Yeah. The only other updates I have for you are various permitting programs that I've done some research. Software. I've included some local ones and some ones that are available in other states. I hear an echo. And there's a fee schedule for the last one, My Government Online. That's the only fee schedule I could find. It's $300 a year for 1 to 500 permits, so.
So what's the goal here?
I was asked to do this research. The goal is for, to keep the permits in order and to better track them.
You want a tracking database?
Yes.
So I believe what we discussed before is a way to keep a better track on.
So we know
projects that we've approved,
what's been,
what phase they're in and when they're completed.
Yep.
And I've requested a demo from the My Government Online, and they will be sending me a video of that, so I can pass that along to you guys as well.
now that's used down in Louisiana?
Yes, and the owner or the vendor, if you will, is the government itself, the South Central
of-
Planning and
of
Development.
Louisiana.
Well, not the state, but this organization, South Central Planning and Development Commission.
So a bunch of parishes,
Yeah.
interesting.
Who were all destroyed and then needed a way to figure this out, so,
They need a lot of permits.
yes. Yeah, let us know how it goes.
And then my last update is this flyer from DEP. It's an advertisement from Alicia. She is the wetland circuit rider for our area. And she's proposing to have a boot camp for conservation commissions and agents in this area. And I volunteered us to host that here. So if you guys want to come.
All right.
Sounds good.
When is it gonna be?
December 3rd.
December 3rd, okay. Oh, you're gonna have it here?
Yeah,
How many people are they expecting?
I don't know. It depends. Are you guys going to join? We can also give it to, like, post it to other towns, invite their conservation commissions, their agents, things like that.
I mean, I think I would, at least the neighboring towns, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Let them
neighborly
know.
thing to do.
Yeah,
So should we try to start it that early at 4, or better off waiting till 6:30? Probably, I'd say 6:30 rather than 4.
I'd say 6 rather than 4.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
somewhere
that's-
around there. So we've still got that option, John?
Yep.
So what do we want to do, 6?
yeah. Let's
Do 6.
All right,
And probably I mean, that's 2 weeks away, right?
yeah.
You might want to get
Or 3
invitations
weeks
out
away.
like tomorrow.
Yeah. I wasn't going to do it until I got the all clear.
Yeah,
from you
yeah, of
guys,
course
so-
not.
Yeah.
We would whip you if.
Also,
3 weeks.
she would like to know if you want it in person. She prefers to deliver it in person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She's willing to make the journey out here. So what towns would we like to see here? West Newbury, Georgetown,
Merrimack, Boxford.
Haverhill?
Yeah, why not?
So any town that touches Groveland.
Yeah.
A butters. We'll send out an abutters notice. You have been summoned.
Yes.
Are we gonna have to have refreshments?
Coffee.
Optional.
BYO.
Well, we should have something.
We should have something.
If we're
Yeah, right.
hosting. So what does it take?
Cookies.
Who's doing homebrew right now?
I know they're doing
I mean,
cold
they
brew
still
down
have
at the, park.
Sorry?
Costco membership.
Doing cold brew
There you
at the
go.
park.
And do something like that if we. If Mike walks me through the reimbursement process.
I don't know if we can get reimbursed for food, can we?
What?
I don't know that law.
Find out,
Okay.
find
Yeah,
out
find-
about
find
that
out.
from our
If the town
fearless
manager
leader.
is nearby you,
Yeah, if you got.
if she has an office near yours,
So the Friends of VZ Park could possibly whip up some refreshments, some cookies.
Possibly.
my God, it's not even 8 o'clock yet.
You can use my 200 from my pay.
I think that's already been taken away from us.
Yes, it's been gone
case you
for a
hadn't
couple of
noticed.
years. Sorry about that.
If your checks have been bouncing because that money hasn't been coming in, that's the reason why.
That's what it was.
We're working for
Just
free now.
wondering why.
I believe I was told this was a 4-hour meeting tonight.
So next meeting, December 10th?
Yeah, so we have minutes to approve.
Oh,
Yes, I saw those.
This is from our last meeting on October 8th, 2025.
how did
What's
I
your
use
pleasure?
those? I saw my name in there, so I better actually read them.
Yeah, you were making motions left and right.
Oh, here we go.
Jumping out at me.
Did we hear back from National Grid about the permeable surface?
They don't want to do it.
Oh,
The town's in discussion with them,
all right.
according to what the town administrator said the other night at the select board.
Got it. All right, move to accept the
October.
meeting minutes from Wednesday, October 8th, as submitted.
Second.
Any questions on that motion? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. All in favor of accepting the minutes from October 8th, 2025, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Oh, one abstention. So we've
Good
got-
job, Fred.
I was actually gonna,
Keep us
make a
honest.
motion, just so I could abstain on it, but it's okay. It's feeling
Four.
obtuse.
4 yeses and 1
Abstention.
abstention.
Move to adjourn at 7:56.
Oh, my gosh.
Second?
It's a unanimous second.
All in
I'll give it to
favor,
Rich.
all in favor of,
You can get one tonight anyway. Trying to spread them out. Make it
Oh.
an option, you know.
all in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, so I've got a,
No promises you're gonna send me nothing.